Welcome back to AB's Innovation Park on Virgin Radio. My name is Arthur. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of PIP and the entrepreneur in residence of AB's Innovation Park. It's so good to be back in the studio. We took 2 months off, but today we have a very special show because my guest is none other than Maha Zouwayhed, who is the associate director, or are you the director now?
Director.
So she is the director of AUB's Innovation Park. She's basically the person that pays me my paycheck at AUB. And together, we've been doing a lot of amazing things over the last couple of months, right? We've been traveling the world. Our startups are doing amazing things. So make sure to tune in today. We're going to give you a bit of updates about how the program's doing. And we have so many opportunities right now for all of the young entrepreneurs in Lebanon. And I think it's amazing. So we've had a very, very busy couple of months. Right, we've done a lot of events between Cyprus. We've been to Cyprus multiple times. So between Cyprus, Qatar, Paris.
Yeah.
We've had programs running in the US, programs running in Canada. So a lot of things are happening. So what is the highlight for you? What are you so proud of?
Oh my God, the highlight. For me, I was just thinking yesterday that startups used to want us just to connect them with opportunities. Now they want us to help them select, choose the right opportunity. So the traction is amazing. We never imagined that we will reach that place. Our startups are just achieving everywhere they go. We sent 3 to Draper, a couple of them to Toronto. We took 14 startups to Web Summit, and amazingly enough, a couple of them came back with investments. So the conversion is very high, and in Cyprus we've been into multiple demo days, Reflect Festival.
I think I have to break these things down, right? So first of all, Draper is one of the world's biggest program for tech entrepreneurship, right? Why wasn't I able to say that word? It's one of the biggest programs for tech entrepreneurship, in the world. Tim Draper is a multi-billionaire, one of the first investors of Tesla, SpaceX, and so on. And it's very hard to get into that program. And the fact that our startups are going there and they're getting investment from Draper is actually amazing, right? Yeah. I think Pip and Lemonade were the first Lebanese startup to ever raise from Draper, but then we had Fixaligner, who was the second Lebanese startup to have ever raised investment from Tim Draper, which I think is amazing. And so many more updates. But first, what are we going to do, Laura? We're going to listen to some Katy Perry?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
So we've had a lot of startups in the US, Canada, and the cool thing was Web Summit, right? Because Web Summit is the world's leading tech event, and they're usually they start off in Lisbon, I think, and now they're also in Qatar. And this year they had 15,000 people, and our startups were there. We had, 14 startups?
Yeah, and a couple of them were pitching as well. And they just did a lot of traction there. And now some of them are moving there. And one of them got a huge investment to go to Saudi Arabia. So it was amazing. And we started last year with 7 startups. So I can't believe that it's double the number and yet double the traction.
And we covered all of their expenses. That's the best part. They did not pay for a single thing.
It was so worth it. It was so worth it. Oh my God, the entrepreneurs, the founders, it's such a great value to have around you.
For me, the most amazing thing is when we started 3 years ago, most of our startups were very local. And then today we look at our companies and they're all over the world and they're doing amazing things and raising so much investment and creating opportunities for so many people around the world. I think it's truly, truly amazing. Lara, what songs do you miss? What's a very pop, young, my vibe type of song that we haven't listened to in a while?
If it's your vibe, I'll do Taylor Swift's Shake It Off.
So we talked about the US, we talked about Web Summit. We have a lot of things happening in Cyprus because AUB has a campus in Cyprus. And actually what I'm hearing from the students is that they are absolutely loving the Cyprus campus.
Yeah, and they are constantly asking what's new out there, and we're expanding now. And there are a lot of ecosystem players who are approaching us because they were impressed with our startups at the several events we've been there.
My favorite part about Cyprus actually is that because the campus is new, everyone knows everyone. Like when I look at the students, they know the deans of the faculties, they know the provost, they know everyone. They hang out together. We were walking one day on the pier and then we run into a couple of students and then they're just hanging out with their professors. And that is never something we were able to do when we were in university.
Yeah, right. We bump into them in like touristic places. And
Yeah. I think the learning curve is amazing. And the cool thing about Cyprus is that I think AUB is doing really well there, right? Because we just participated in Reflect Festival, which is Cyprus's biggest event. It had 10,000 people, and now we're friends with their organizers, right? Our startups did really well there. And the cool thing is that next week, we also have a guest who flew in from Cyprus, who's an investor from Cyprus, who flew in so that we can record the show with him, because now Lebanon, Cyprus, and the campuses and the investments are actually free-flowing, right?
yeah, and they are reaching out to us and they are coming in and what's going on?
Just ignore the sirens, okay? I know you spend too much time outside of Lebanon these days, but this is the reality we live in, Maha.
No, it's because we're on emergency alert for innovation. One thing I wanted to highlight is that our startups, they stood out so much in the Reflect Festival that I was in a meeting with the chief scientist of Cyprus a couple of days ago, and he remembered each and every one of them. He even described the founders for me. So we were that visible.
$50,000 in potential cash prizes. That is crazy. So this year's President's Innovation Challenge, it's actually a full day where it's all about technology, innovation, entrepreneurship, and disrupting stuff, right? Which is really cool. So we're gonna have around 3 winners that are gonna win around $50,000 in total.
In the morning we're gonna have 20 candidates. At evening it's gonna be 3 winners.
That is amazing. And then all of the participants are actually going to join our next phase of the program. And that is the program where AUB actually invests in these companies. And then after we invest, we start sending you all over the world. So not only do we give you money, not only do we invest,
the network,
but we also allow you to travel and we connect you to the best people in the world. So if you want to build a successful company, I think, iPark or Innovation Park that AUB is doing, I think is one of the single best programs, not just in the country, but also currently in the region. And I think you wanted to highlight the quality of the startups that we're seeing, correct?
Well, it's just that the selection is becoming tougher and tougher. And we want to make sure that we capitalize on the quality of our startups because they are truly innovative and they deserve not the tourism. It's market discovery trips.
No, it's like business with
fun.
Benefits, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like a business trip with benefits.
And what makes it really fun is the bond between the ecosystem players who are with us and between the startups. But again, it's market discovery, and we want to make sure that they execute what they design.
That is really. Why are you laughing? You always laugh, Lara. I did nothing. I was just inspired.
Sometimes I feel like it doesn't register in your mind until like a second later, and there's like a delay, and the look on your face is priceless.
No, I was just inspired by Maha's words. I'm like, if I were to restart the company, that is where I would go. It's either that, or I was thinking about the benefits of those business trips and the bonding that's created between us and all of the amazing startups that we have. And we just launched our new program, right? We have now, I want to say 13. Do we have 13 startups that we just took?
13 startups in this cohort for the build stage, which is basically when they start, actually executing their product design.
But Lara, it was crazy. We had 300 that started, 300 in the first phase, and then we had to select around 10, and we pushed it up to 13 because they were so good. And we're just fighting internally on which startups we get to keep because all of them were truly amazing.
Even we had like 30 semi-finalists, and it was a tough decision is to choose between the good and the... It was basically readiness. Yeah, it's about readiness because some ideas or founders are brilliant, but they're just not ready yet to execute their idea. They still need to validate their idea more.
It's all about the validation.
Yeah, customer interviews, execution.
Yeah, we're like the book, from good to great. That's what we do. From good to great. We have the President's Innovation Challenge coming up where you can win more than $50,000 in cash prizes for your idea, and it's usually a full house. So whenever we host these events, last time we had around 400 people watching, and those are 400 of the most amazing investors and partners that you can ever find. We have people from all over the world flying in to watch our startups compete on stage, and they want to support. So if you want to build your business, go to AUB's Innovation Park. It's aub.edu.lb/iPark, or just do what I do, which is Google AUB and Innovation Park or iPark, and you can find all of the details. Yes, Maha.
Arthur, I just want to share what are the priorities of the innovation these days, because we did some research based on the funding and investment and the research globally, and we found out that it's AI, definitely, social innovation, smart economy, and health tech.
What about passion?
Fashion.
I'm joking. I'm just biased on fashion.
It's social innovation.
Amazing. So make sure to tune in, follow us, join us next week as well. My name's Arthur. I had Maha Zouwayhed with me today, the director of AUB's Innovation Park. She pays my paychecks. If you have any complaints, make sure to ignore her. And this show is brought to you by the Talal and Madiha Zain AUB Innovation Park, because at AUB and Talal and Madiha Zain, we all believe in you. We believe in entrepreneurship, and we believe you have what it takes to succeed. You just need the right partners and the right support, and our job is to be the right partners for you.
Good show, Arthur.